What's up, everybody? Oh, shit. I don't have my Stream Deck plugged in. Oh, hell. Okay. It's fine. I can fix this. Where does this even plug in? I can't see. This has been a chaotic week, chat. Ugh, my Stream Deck is so dusty! How does this plug in? Am I stupid? Oh. Okay. Give me a second, chat. Oh, do I even have its Logitech that's plugged in? If you all saw the cable management underneath my desk right now, you would all be disgusted, chat. It's not great. I can't keep track if I don't have my Stream Deck. Hold on. I can fix this. I think. Okay. All right. There. I think. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Oh, beep boop. Okay, we're back in business. Perfect. Alright. We're good now. Did it work? It worked. Okay, perfect. Alright. We're back. Anything new, chat? What's going on in the world today? It's almost July. That's crazy. Wasn't there, like, was it Riddler who said there was going to be news on the 30th? Lol. Yeah, we're back doing Darkrai. Gonna get close to Shaman's number, if not surpass it. Why would they be talking about US time, though? It's already the 30th in Japan. In fact, it would be time in Japan. 12:48 p.m. Wow. What's up, everybody? Sorry for no streams the past few days. I was tinkering with a new computer setup, and one of the parts did not work. So, we're back again with my old computer. 12 or 20, 12, that's not. 2760. Amateur mistake I made, chat. Never take your computer apart until you're very certain new one works well. Amateur mistake. Can't believe I did that. You hate to see it. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything, right? I don't think there's been much going on. This is June just kind of came and went, huh? We kind of just be out here, you know? I think the only thing I saw was, yeah, it's funny you say that, Silver, the play Pokemon stuff, which I'm not a competitor, so that literally doesn't apply to me, but I've only seen anger about it. And speaking of, Last Chef with the 57 months! Have I been streaming that long? Oh my god. That reminds me, I think TwitchCon was this week? And they announced, like, trophies if you get, like, 5 million views. I'm nowhere near that. Okay, how many boopers can I fit? Let's see. I think I'm about to hit... Yep, I hit the limit. Thank you for the 57 months! Okay. I just plugged my Stream Deck back in, so it's right next to me, so I don't have to reach across my desk. That's nice. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, they announced the Pokemon Center for Worlds. Also, chat, why does Joe keep spelling Hawaii weird? Has anybody else noticed that? Or just me and Tyler? He posted this fucking goofy-ass picture of him, like, gazing out of a window and said, "I'm pleased to announce that the Pokemon Company is flying me in." Oh, man. Funny. I wish the Pokemon Company would fly me in so I could post goofy, self-important photos to Twitter while I gaze out a window. Because you don't have events like that here. Yeah, it's so crazy to me how disjointed Pokemon events are in Asian countries. Like, yeah, it makes sense that they have, like, a different circuit, but it just seems so much like of an afterthought over there. And that is super weird. Usually you think it would be the other way around. Yeah, we watched a Taiwan championship thing and it was so different. Did you immediately go and find the tweet, Justin? Yeah, that's it. Be actually for real right now. Oh man. And again, why is he spelling Hawaii like that? I've never seen anyone spell... Is that some sort of, like, how the natives spell it? I have no idea. Like, you can spell it however you want, brother. I still don't think they want your ass... your fucking ass there, dude. Oh, man. Worlds is still like a month and a half off. We still have a lot of time to wait. But yeah, from what I've gathered on Twitter, people are upset at the new... Like, it severely limits who can get into Worlds, and it seems like it benefits rich players who can afford to travel for all the events. That's from what I've seen. But like I said, I don't compete, so... Oh, a British invading them. I've straight up never seen anyone spell it like that before, but you know what? Okay. If Pokemon wants to get serious about, like, competitive events, they need, like, a Master Duel equivalent for their TCG game. I mean, I guess they're coming out with Pocket, but... That seems like it's gonna be more like a Duel Links abridged version than a serious, long-form version of the actual card game. Sarah B.E. I keep forgetting Pocket exists. They kind of just, like, dropped a bunch of stuff on us in February, chat, and then just vanished. They just kind of poofed out in a puff of smoke, and we haven't heard shit ever since. We're still sitting here, like, with no information. We didn't really get a ton of... There wasn't really much of any interesting gaming news, at least for my tastes this month. I'm sure, like, the Metroid Prime 4 crowd and all of them are happy, but... Whoops. I'm so sad there wasn't Pikmin 4 DLC, chat. I'm so sad. Why did Nintendo just stop making DLC? They were just like, pack it up, we're done. Okay. Ash is Butterfree. I saw a clip from, what I presume is the latest episode of Horizons with, it's so funny that her name is Chili. And over here, it's Rika. That, like, why did they name her Chili? Is she supposed to be spicy? And then Clodsire. Clodsire's, Japanese name is Do. And just hearing some voice actor going, Do, is really funny. I love Clodsire. Clodsire is a great Pokemon. How did the kids even... I only watch, like, occasionally previews. How did the kids even get to the academy? Weren't they, like, fleeing on an airship from edgy Tumblr emo boy and his Ceruledge? And now they're just, like, students at the academy, even though I think Liko was already in a school, so... I don't know what's going on. Also, why would you have kids fight the Elite Four? I feel like you're setting these kids up to fail. There's no way Floragato is gonna beat a Clodsire. Yeah, Arvin's Japanese name is Pepper and Rika's Chili. I don't know if there were any other, food names. Of course, we had mustard in Gen 8. We need ketchup. Where's my new favorite character, barbecue sauce? The lack of symbol on most keyboards. I've never seen anyone spell it like... Not that I'm like the expert on Hawaiian culture or anything, but I've never seen that come up anywhere. Interesting. A beverage character? How have they never, like, packaged and sold? I mean, maybe they have. I don't have any knowledge of it, though. Like, Pokemon Lemonade or Soda Pop or any of the vitamins like Carbos, Zinc, etc. How have they not done, like, a cross-promotion with a sandwich shop? Pokemon has so many advertisement things you could do, and they don't ever do them. They don't ever do them. Yeah, Subway or Jimmy John's or even like a... I'm sure they have whatever big sandwich chain there is in Japan. Like, they have Pokemon food products over here, but it's usually like... No, Joe is British. We don't claim him. Invited him personally. Yeah, let it be known that Joe is British. Galarian. Imagine we get to the point where there's a Pokemon region for every place in the world and we can all just start calling each other Unovians and Galarians. This is a good song. Mario music never misses. This is the type of song that you would, like, hold hands with your friends and all spin in a circle. And everybody just goes, yay! Joyous! I saw that, Miyamoto's salary is, like, $1 million, something like that. His salary is like a day's earning for what Bobby Kotick had at Activision. Isn't that's mind-blowing. Guy made in like a day what Miyamoto makes in a year. The Pokemon partner system? You mean like, when they bring in like influencers? I never really pay attention to much of those people. But there's always going to be something inherently like... It's like when people get free product, even if it's not a hashtag sponsorship, you're still like incentivized by getting a free thing. So you're going to speak more highly of a product than if you bought it with your own money, you know, stuff like that. You know it's coming from a tainted place. If that makes sense. Like, somebody could claim to your face that they're being as unbiased as possible, and you know that's just not true. What's up, everybody? And, like, you're never gonna see many of those people, like... how do I want to phrase this? Be very critical of the franchise. I just feel like when you're getting paid off by a big corporation that completely de-incentivizes you from being hypercritical of them. Yeah, it's like Pokemon had a donation for the Hawaii fires. I don't know, am I off base? Every time they make a donation, it's never enough money. It's like you guys are one of the most successful media conglomerates on the face of the planet. Give them a little bit more cash. What is your charity budget, like 0.00001%? Is that all you guys are allowed to donate? Yeah, and to some degree, like, what business does Pokemon have even having, like, influencers? It's such a big brand. What do you need, like, Joe Blorbo to advertise Pokemon? Like, it doesn't need that. The sound effect from starting BDSP gives you PTSD. I had somebody come in when I was doing this, like, last Saturday or something like that. And they were like, this is a YouTube comment. It was like, you're playing BDSP while the Elden Ring DLC is out? It's like, first of all, I'm not quote-unquote playing BDSP. I'm shiny hunting Darkrai. Second of all, shut up. Like, why are Soulsborne fans so fucking annoying? I don't give a shit about Elden Ring. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. You played BDSP with the Elden Ring DLC is out? That just annoyed me. That just annoyed me. I had to bring it up. Like, okay, bud. I hope the queen of tarnished, ruined souls, king of red lions kicks your ass. You have fun with that. Almost as much fun as I had putting it on my block list, so I don't have to see any mentions of that game. I don't know, that kind of annoys me, like... me, as if I'm playing BDSP is like an endorsement of the game. It's not. I'm shiny hunting a specific Pokemon that I cannot get easily in almost any other Pokemon title. This is not me endorsing BDSP as like a quality video game. You know what I mean? I've had a few comments like that playing Scarlet and Violet too, and even like Sword and Shield. And it's like, I'm specifically doing a task. I'm not, like, playing through the game. I'm not giving it, like, a 10 out of 10 here. Yeah, known BDSP shill, exactly. Yeah, I literally had a comment about Sword and Shield that was like, wow, you're still playing Sword and Shield? Like, first of all, people never read the titles. I'm shiny hunting. I'm... shiny hunting. I. I'm not here being like, everybody should. You can't even shiny hunt Darkrai if you buy this game anymore. That's the thing. That's one of the like craziest things. You can't even shiny hunt Darkrai if you wanted to if you purchase this game. So I wouldn't argue that you in fact should not purchase Shining Pearl or Brilliant Diamond. Do not. Do not do it. Buy it used or don't buy it at all. BDSP is better. Oh, I don't know if I could ever betray myself like that. Like, I'm sure I know those games are beloved. Like, okay. They're personally not for me. But I get why people like them. But it's just like a apples to oranges thing. They're not even in the same ballpark. Having a shiny charm. I wish somebody would come in here and claim the shiny charm is cheating. That would make my day. Actually, if you're not doing some people probably do believe that. This is actually my favorite Pokemon game. Oh no! I've been found out. Also funny that this is the least... Actually, that's an interesting question, chat. Which Pokemon Switch game do you think is the worst to shiny hunt in? I think it would be BDSP. Because the shiny charm is a joke. Masuda in this game is pretty miserable. Let's Go is also a good candidate. Like, outside Shaman, Darkrai, and Arceus, I never want to shiny hunt in this game again. When I'm done with Darkrai and Arceus, I will probably never pick up this game until, like, years in the future for, like, a random playthrough again. For stream. The fact that shinies can run, though, in Let's Go is real brutal. Honestly, I'm gonna tier them. I think it would be BDSP, Let's Go. Ooh, people might disagree with me on this. PLA, Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet. I don't want to play with you anymore. That's exactly what it will be. That is 100% accurate, Cacturn. That is exactly what will happen. Actually, they're all F tier because they're too easy. I only like my shinies if I spend $10,000 on 500 Switches. Or sorry, not the Switch. Nintendo DS's, so I can shiny hunt Full Odds Piplup. Look at me! How are those people, like, any different from, like, crypto miners? If you have like 100 Nintendo DSs hooked up to your power grid, how are you like any different? Imagine you're like sitting and minding your own business and you hear like an explosion. It's because the transformer blew up because some bozo, your neighbor, had his 65 Nintendo DSs hooked up to the wall and it went boom. Gordon on Ruby. Exactly, Justin. Exactly. Like when you have 64 copies of the game and you're doing it all at the same time and not even controlling it, you're cheating. Well, maybe not cheating, but like you're drastically improving your own odds. And they're not acknowledging that. That's exactly true. That's exactly right. Never any acknowledgement from any of those lunatics. It's just so wasteful. That's what gets me. Yeah, we're still shiny hunting Darkrai, getting closer to 3K. And I don't ever see anyone call these people out for how wasteful it is. Also, I think there's another thing. Not only is it just like excessive, like, waste of power, having 64 of any console is ludicrous, but also the secondhand market. If you're going on like Japanese websites and poaching like all these copies, you're an asshole. To shiny hunt Piplup easier, so you gotta buy 64 copies of Japanese platinum, therefore increasing the secondhand. Like, you're an asshole. There's multiple levels of wastefulness and consumerist materialism that just, it drives me insane. And these guys will just post it without a care in the world. Look at me and my 100 Nintendo Wiis. Resetting for Groudon outfit. Like, God. And I just know what would happen. If I was to ever quote tweet any of those guys, I would get a whole bunch of people that are like, they're just having fun. Why do you have to be rude? They're just having fun. It's just their hobby. They're just having fun. I could just predict the responses like clockwork. Wow, they're just like having fun. Why you gotta have a problem with it? It's not your life. Because a lot of the big shiny hunters all do that. I see a lot of the big shiny hunters all responding to those posts. One of them was like, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs. If you won the lottery, you would use your newfound wealth to shiny hunt, you fucking loser. Go outside and spend it with your family. If I won the lottery, the first thing I would do is buy 100 Nintendo DSs so I could full-on shiny hunt. Diablo H3 with the sub! Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, where is my mouse? Tech, can I get some whooper boopers for the first time sub? Thank you. I don't know. If you want to shiny hunt full odds, more power to you. I just think... like, know your limits. If you're, like, using half the power in your county to power your setup, maybe you take a look at your life. Yes, the sub goal was achieved. Thank you, thank you. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it as if they weren't all so damn smug about it. I can't tell you the amount of tweets and other things, like Reddit posts I've seen of full odds hunters that are like, you shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet? I could never. So, man, who cares? I'll take all my shiny starters from Scarlet and Violet 1,000 times over resetting for Piplup in Pokemon Platinum. Any day of the week. 2,800? Alright, we'll see. $27.95. I can't believe it's almost July. Days are shortening now. Definitely been kind of weird to have the sun set at like 9 at night. Not complaining. That's my favorite part of summer. Everything else about summer stinks, but... Reset hunting is your least favorite method? Yeah, it's definitely not one of my favorites. Eggs are your least favorite? I guess if I had to pick like my all-time least favorite shiny hunting method, it would be eggs in Scarlet and Violet. Like, without a doubt, it would be eggs in Scarlet and Violet. I saw a tweet of a shiny hunter that said, which I didn't even realize people did eggs in Scarlet and Violet like this. I would get a few boxes. I would do like 1 or 2 picnics before I was ready to hatch eggs. But this guy got like 3,000 or something eggs. And he got a Fue Coco in his first egg, and it's like, what a brilliant way to illustrate how dog shit Masuda is in Scarlet and Violet. If there was ever a thing that validates how awful hatching eggs is, it was that tweet. The rainy season arrived there. I love rain. That's one thing that bums me out about summer. It doesn't rain as much. That and all the pollen, all the bugs, the heat. I see heat lightning like every day. Humidity. I feel like you'd be content if it was cold year-round, Tyler. Is that how some people shiny hunt with eggs, though? Do people do that for, like, Sword and Shield or older games? They just get, like, 1 billion eggs at one time? That seems so wasteful. Why does that sentence made it sound like we were talking about, like, real-life eggs. Alright. 2800. 2800. Is this the shiny? No. No, it's not. It's not. It gets humid here on occasion, but it's not like... Tyler seems to think the East Coast is like all Florida. Hey, Cacturn with the 6 months! Thank you, thank you! I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Maine? What do you mean, Maine? Maine's probably a nice state to live in. Unless you live in one of those, like, haunted boat towns that, like, Stephen King writes about. Lighthouse? There's plenty of lighthouses on the East Coast, not just Maine. I do agree, though. Lighthouses are cool. All the Sonic music. Isn't the Sonic 3, the movies, coming out this year, right? Why has there not been a trailer? Meese. Moose. Goose. Geese. Meese. The closest we have a moose Pokemon in Ting Lu. There's not a lot of like antlered deer moose Pokemon, chat, especially compared to like turtles or primates or dogs, cats. I want to say there's only like 6 or 7 moose/deer Pokemon. Deerling, Sawsbuck, Xerneas, Ting Lu. Who's the few that I'm missing? I know I'm missing a few. What's up, Mimikyu? Stantler, Wordier. Anyone else? Are we missing anyone else? You see what I mean, though, right? Which is weird because Japan has, like, deer. But there's just not a lot of Pokemon that are deer. Or moose or antlered elk. Antlered folk. Ting Lu was brought up like 3 minutes ago, Tyler. Keep up. Yeah, Deerling, Sawsbuck. Stantler, Wordier. Ting Lu, Xerneas. I mean, I do really... Xerneas is probably my favorite of them. I don't know. What's the best deer Pokemon, chat? Deer/antlered... Antlered animal. Cobalion? Honestly, I don't... That's a good question. Virizion could maybe pass for one, too. No Wildebeest. I don't know. I don't know if I really like Wordier. I love Stantler. Stantler is a unique feeling Gen 2 Pokemon that I've always been fond of, but Wordier, I don't know. It's just kind of plain. Where's the Caribou? More goat Pokemon? Yeah, we don't... There's not a lot of farm animal Pokemon, chat. Think about, like, roosters or chickens. We have the Torchic line. We're missing a lot of, like... We have Tauros and Miltank for, like, cows. And then, like, what else? Yeah, no turkeys. We should have gotten a turkey for Gen 5. I'll never not be upset with Unpheasant. They were like, yeah, we should do a pigeon for New York, Pidove, and then why don't we just turn it into a completely nonsensical, non-related animal that America doesn't have? Okay. And one of the most boring ones to ever exist at that. We got Dubwool and Wooloo for more sheepies. We don't really have a, Are there any camel Pokemon besides Camerupt and Numel? Yeah, what about the what llamas? I'm like, camels are not really, like, petting zoo, and I don't know why I thought about camels before llamas. And Camerupt is more like a cow. than like a traditional looking camel. Yaks. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Don't talk back. Yeah, Nummel and Camerupt are honestly more like cows. They're like a they're like an Avatar: The Last Airbender fusion animal, like a turtle duck. Except they're a cow and a camel. They need a spitting llama Pokemon. That would be really funny. Do we have any? I can't think of any. There's one. Am I like? Are there no llamas? Surely Arceus doesn't count. I look up llama Pokemon and the first thing that comes up is a fake mon. Game Freak doesn't have a llama Pokemon! How do you not have a llama? That's crazy. Woolly Mammoth. Your closest thing is Mamoswine. Emus. What is this Pathra? An ostrich? An emu? That's why I like Espathra, because Espathra is an actually, like, different looking bird Pokemon. It's not just another run-of-the-mill Kilowattrel looking. Espathra also serves, so I love her for that. I mean, coming back to, like, the woolly mammoth thing, though, I would love to see them do Ice Age fossils instead of, dinosaurs for one gen. I like how you took that idea and made it fully 100% unrealistic, Tyler. Remember when we thought there could possibly be time travel in Scarlet and Violet? Oh, man. Great times, chat. I mean, I guess there technically is. It's just not something that the player character participates in. I still can't believe the Sada Turo encounter with Terraplagos. That was so, like, out of left field. And I'm not sure what exactly that scene was meant to, like, accomplish. Was it just like, whoa, they're still out there, they're not dead? Why was Terrapagos even involved in that? The more I think about it, the more questions I have. They were feeling a little goofy that day when they scripted that cutscene. I feel like it kind of takes away from... Anytime a character is, like, presumed dead and they're back, it's like... It kind of just takes away from it, you know what I mean? Mayu? I don't think I'll ever not say emu. The council might be right, but I choose to ignore the council. It's like refusing. It's like when I'll never say Arceus. I mean, to be fair, you're not supposed to say it like that. They just don't want. They don't want it to be pronounced arse in Europe. Maybe Rayquaza would have been a better example. Emu. There should be a cassowary Pokemon. How do we not have, like, a peacock Well, I guess Quaquaval. Quaquaval is like a bipedal, big, fat-ass dancing bird. Quaquaval should have had a cooler shiny. Emu. Yeah, don't even... Yeah, exactly, Justin. Don't even get us started on all the insects slash arachnids that you could make into spiders. Yeah, cockroach. Pheromosa is the only one, and that's a runway model, not a grimy, never dies cockroach. What about like a tick or something? Joltik might have tick in its name, but that's a spider. Yeah, think of all the horrendous parasites. We don't even have like a maggot Pokemon. The closest thing we ever got to something like that was Beta Combi, where you could see like the grubs in the comb before they cleaned it up and made it less scary. I guess Snom is a bit of a grub. Yeah, it'd be nice for bug types to get something like that. Either a pseudo or a legendary or a mythical. I'm glad we got Eternatus. I was wanting another, poison legendary. I think that one's a nice fit. Yeah, Grubbin. What other, like, obvious insect are we missing, chat? What about a stink bug Pokemon? That would have been appropriate for Unova. That probably would have been timely as to when there was, like, a massive stink bug influx over here, too. I remember being in high school and I had my art classroom was facing the courtyard, so we had a little courtyard. And there was always just tons of stink bugs all over the place. Cicada would be Ninjask. I don't know how Japan... Don't cicadas come out and make tons of noise every year over there? Cicadas only pop up once in a while over here, and they're so loud and annoying. I would have beef with cicadas if I lived in a place where they showed up all the time and made tons of noise. Did I know stink bugs aren't native to North America? I did know that, yes. Invasive species. It's like that one guy that came over to America. Was it the Starling? The Starling? And brought over birds and released them into the wild over here because they were in like a Shakespeare thing. And so the guy just introduced a massive invasive species that we have to this day because it was in Shakespeare. Whatever happened to that parachuting spider that I heard about? Did you guys hear about that, like, parachuting spider? That was supposed to, like, invade the East and I don't know where else. A spider parachute Pokemon would have actually been a better evolution for Tarantula. You could turn that big web ball into a parachute. Spidops bums me out. I straight up do not like that Pokemon. I straight up do not like that Pokemon. I really don't like low kicks either. The bug lady, what's her name? Katie? She sends out low kicks in the newest Horizons episode, and it's just like, even in action, I still think that Pokemon is super uninteresting. Ooh, a Weevil would be fun. Ooh, and Low Cricket, no. I don't like those. House Centipede, those are some of the worst creatures to ever exist. When you kill House Centipedes, chat, if you don't know what they are, you live a blessed life, and I'm jealous. When you kill them, their legs will still move. We have Scolipede and Centiscorch, but they're not as terrifying as the real-life centipedes are. Oh my god, I despise people that say shit like that, Cacturn. I hate those people. It's always like, why'd you gotta kill the big scary-ass spider? It's so beneficial. You can go be beneficial in hell. Get out of my house. House centipedes will bite, too. They're not friendly. They're not... Those are just stomp on sight. Sometimes with little spiders, I'm like, whatever. But if you're going to bat for house centipedes, I've assumed one crawled into your brain and took over. And there's even centipedes are just horrifying, horrifying creations. There's one that has like such a hard shell that people have to boil them to kill them. Like if I ever had, and it's like a foot long. If I ever saw that, I would just evaporate. I would turn to dust. Centipedes are fast as frick, too. They're like the Barry Allen of... What is it? What are they're not insects. Cephalopods? I don't remember. Gross. They're the Barry Allen of being stinky and gross creatures. They're very fast. Those legs take them far. And they're striped. They have stripes on them. I feel like my ancestors call out to me every time I look at one with stripes. It gives me the ick. Mosquitoes have stripes on them, too. Ugh. The mosquitoes are back out. Talk about another vile creature. Again, if you're not somebody that attracts mosquitoes, if whatever compound they love is not present in your blood, you live a blessed existence. I'm extremely jealous. $28.28. Yes, I have family members who mosquitoes will just ignore. Mosquitoes also can spread disease. And they kill a lot of people. We need another mosquito Pokemon that's not a goofy buff Buzzwole, and one that's like a horrifying, disgusting... Like if it bites you, it gives you toxic poison. Yeah, have a meat shield. How many slug snail Pokemon do we have? I'm trying to think of like things. There's so many slugs here. I think the slugs here are also invasive. And they can be huge. Yeah, Goomy, Slugma, Wo-Chien. Are there any others? It's funny. Snails are kind of cute. They have their little shells. They can be kind of cute, but slugs are just gross. The slugs here are just a nightmare. And I've had to remove many slugs from my place. Because what am I going to do? Squish them? Ew. So I have to get like a piece of paper and I'm like, come on, buddy. Get on the paper. And then I have to drop them outside. And it's like, why are you in here? There's nothing for you in here. Go back outside. I'll never forget, I ordered a plant as a present for somebody once. And it came from, I want to say like San Diego, California. And I'm unwrapping it, getting ready to repot it. And I touched something on the pot that felt disgusting. And I scream. And then I realize a slug stole away on the plant that I ordered. Guy just came out of the pot that I was repotting. Yeah, how does Pikmin not have, like, more mantis? They have the, there's like a mantis shrimp in Pikmin 4. But I can't think of any, like, actual praying mantis or, like, the one that Lurantis is based off of. A snail box? I've heard of, like, kids having an ant box. How do we only have, like, Durant, by the way? And they've never done, like, a variation. Imagine if Durant had, like, a fire ant form. Downgraded hermit crabs. Chat, did any of you own hermit crabs as a kid? Ooh, a termite. Yeah, we don't... There's no termites. It's too bad there's no wood typing. That would be funny if there was a termite with, like, wood typing. Yeah, I like that you fight the Empress once in a big wide open arena, and then later in the hard mode, they shrink down the arena considerably, so it's claustrophobic, so you have to fight her in close quarters. I went to the beach a lot as a kid, and a lot of people owned hermit crabs, myself included. Don't recommend. I had two. One had a dinosaur on the shell, and the other one was yellow and had black stripes, and so I called it Electabuzz. Their pinches hurt. Yeah, she's probably one of the most gross Pikmin enemies. I don't know, the little, like, hedgehog thing that shoots out spikes is pretty gross. Not loving that texture it has after it shoots out the spikes. Hermit crabs are kind of gross themselves. I mean, crabs themselves are kind of like... They're essentially sea spiders. Hermit crabs have a very squishy bottom half that they kind of shove in to the shell. You know, that's why they have a shell, because it needs protection. I'll never forget... When they both passed away, rest in peace... I will never forget the smell, by the way. I wanted to, like, keep the shells. No. No. That's one of those smells you never forget. I mean, people shouldn't own them to begin with. But I was just a young kid. I don't know, are other, like, little kids like that? I just wanted to have, like, a million animals as a kid. the worst thing you ever smelled? I can tell you the worst thing I ever tasted. I tried to make my own caramel, and I burnt the ever-loving shit out of the sugar, and I tell you, that was not only an awful smell, it was the most heinous thing I've ever tasted. That was not salvageable. Mistakes were made. I never made, like, weird garbage juice potion. I never made anything... I don't recall making, like, weird science experiments like that. But yeah, if you ever make your own caramel sauce, chat, don't burn it. It doesn't taste good if you burn it. It tastes quite the bad. It didn't smell good either. It just, the whole kitchen smelled like burnt. A potion with your mom's expensive shampoos. I mean, sometimes I combine conditioners. I make my own potions in my hands. Homemade caramel sounds amazing. I thought it would be simple. I guess if you don't screw it up, it is, but... as long as you don't burn it, it probably would have been great. Ice cream sounds good right now, actually. I don't even remember why I chose to make that. I don't even love caramel that much. I truly do not remember what possessed me to make that. I did make creme brulee once. That was good. And the most satisfying part is when you crack the hard shell. When all the sugar crystallizes on the top. Every time I think about creme brulee, I think of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I recommend the creme brulee. I recommend you go away. Every time. How do you lose a woman? You forget to cherish her. Now I wish I had dessert. What's the best dessert, chat? Cookies? Ice cream? Brownie? Cake? Candy? Crepes? Have I ever had a crepe? I don't know if I've ever had a crepe. Is that a crime? Am I gonna go to crepe jail? We're so similar in so many regards, Tyler, you and I. I don't think I have. There's just no crepes. No crepe places around. Tiramisu. Tiramisu is coffee, right? Yeah, it's a thin pancake. I don't like coffee, so I steer clear of any coffee-based desserts. I don't like coconut either, which is in a lot of desserts. Like, my dad loves German chocolate cake, but I hate coconut. Bing, 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 bing. I love brownies. Out of everything I just listed off, I would probably take brownies. Brownies are just so good. Especially when they have, like, chunks of chocolate in there. Mochi balls? I can't get over the texture of mochi. It's like eating, paste or gum. It's too gummy. I don't even know how to describe it. I can't get over the weird texture. The squishy texture is the best part about it. $10 ago and was frozen. Yeah, that was the first time I had mochi ice cream from Trader Joe's. Years and years ago. And I just could not get over the weird texture. I had Dunkaroos the other day, chat. I had Dunkaroos in so long. And the frosting holds up. I love the little, like, sugary chunks in the frosting. Big fan of the frosting. Loved the frosting. However, the cookies themselves... That was the most cardboard tasty cookie I've ever had. It was dreadful. I was kind of blown away by how bad those the cookies in Dunkaroos tasted. They straight up, I'm not even exaggerating, they tasted like cardboard. And they had this type of, like, where it wasn't super crunchy, but it wasn't super soft, so it was kind of somewhere in the middle. I was not vibing with the Dunkaroo cookies. The frosting was good, though. Still want to buy Dippin' Dots? I see Dippin' Dots occasionally in, like, gas stations. They sell them in, like, a, cooler. What's up, Blue? Or if you go to a theme park, or a zoo. Zoos sell them too. Any sort of, like, public thing like that, you could probably find Dippin' Dots. Or a beach. They're guaranteed to be on a beach. Don't trust gas station Dippin' Dots. Yeah, it's almost the 4th of July. Seen a lot of, like, party stuff out, fireworks. Have we been playing the same song? YouTube's playlist shuffle feature is so bad. And I don't know why. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now I wish I had some brownies. Almost at 2,900. We're getting through it. Shaman was 29.59, so I will catch up tonight. Catch up. Food pun. It felt way longer. I know. I think it feels longer, Tyler, because I have to turn the game off and actually reset every time for Darkrai, whereas Shaman, you just go up, interact with it, run away, go down. Arceus is going to take even longer. Whoops! I was like, oh, I'm trying to do Shaman again. Arceus is gonna be real bad. Oh, we have to watch the whole cutscene for Arceus. That's gonna be brutal. I mean, I already have some resets done. Let me see. Yep, 321 for Arceus. Ugh, that's gonna be tough. Man, it's kind of weird to not have a Pokemon game coming out this year, chat. I mean, not kinda, it's very weird. I did that many for Arceus. I'll be real, I don't remember. Yeah. I have like such a vague memory of doing it. Has anybody done any Safari Week stuff? See, I have some knowledge of what shiny hunters do online on this platform, I think. Maybe. The only game that on the Switch that has a Safari Zone is Let's Go, right? That would be the only game I could do it in. I mean, if let's be real. Every place in Let's Go could be the Safari Zone, because Pokemon can just run whenever they feel like it. So if you really think about it... if you really think about it... Oh, true, the Great Marsh. I always forget about the Great Marsh. I don't think I really liked it as a kid. So it has no, like... I just always forget that it exists. Yeah, it sucks ass. I did not like it. And all my recent memories of it are BDSP giving me a hard time trying to get Carnivine. We need a Sundew Pokemon. Speaking of, we got a Venus Flytrap with Carnivine. We have a Pitcher Plant with Victory Bell. We need a Sundew Pokemon. If you've never seen what a Sundew plant looks like, it's basically tons of leaves that have like little things of red sticky orbs on them. It's a really cool carnivorous plant. Hello. You got a shiny Wooper in Platinum, Tyler? I don't remember that. You telling me that? Did you catch it? I've never gotten a Pokemon in the Safari that's shiny. I remember lots of tussling with Kangaskhan as a kid, but it wasn't shiny. I remember the Safari Zone from Gen 1 is so memorable because you have to go in there to get Surf. And there's so many unique and rare Pokemon in there in Gen 1. Scyther, Pinsir, Kangaskhan. Occasionally Dratini and Dragonair are in the water. Yep, Tauros. I guess Tauros does count. See, rare elusive Pokemon in one area make it more memorable, which is something modern games completely lack. For the most part. Yep, Execute. Nidoran male, Nidoran female, Nidorino, Nidorina. Rhyhorn. Paris, Parasect. Gen 1 does a really good job with where they placed all the Pokemon, I think. Like Cinnabar Mansion having Magmar and Coughing and Grimer make it feel run down. All the ghosts in Lavender with Cubone. Even Rock Tunnel has like Onyx, which other caves don't have. And in Gen 2, Rock Tunnel has Kangaskhan. Remember the patch outside of Cerulean that has Meowth. That's something I never see people ever bring up, like Pokemon distribution. People always bring up negative aspects of it in Gen 2, where it's like Houndour and Mischievous and Murkrow. I mean, I remember that patch of grass outside of Celadon with Houndour and Murkrow in it very well. I'm not saying it's... their distribution in Gen 2 is great, but... Fixing the Pokemon distribution of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. How's the distribution of Pokemon in Gen 3? Let me think about it. I feel like Mawile and Sableye make Granite Cave feel unique. Solrock and Lunatone and Meteor Falls and Bagon being in there make Meteor Falls feel unique. I don't know, what do people criticize about Gen 3's distribution? Yes, the grass where you have to surf down to get Tangela, yup. I remember the grass in the route outside of Mahogany too, because you can get like Lickitung and Weepinbell in there. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, Meteor Falls is a cave. What difference does it make if they're in a cave? Solrock and Lunatone don't know what time of day it is. Also, there was no day and nights in back then. Oh man, I love Pokemon YouTubers. Let me fix this thing in Pokemon and make it worse. let me take this thing in a Pokemon game and make I think it's great and it's actually 100 times worse. Exactly, Justin. I fixed some shinies and they look like ass. That is the same thing. It's the same energy, yeah. There's literally no day and night cycle back in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Did I cook? No. Did I cook? No. GameStop. I mean, I can't think of the last time I've shopped at GameStop. That's probably a good thing. Oh, this song makes me feel like home. Yeah, it was such a big deal in Golden. It's such a Pokemon thing, though. If you think about it, it is such a... I bet you anything it was Masuda. That is such... Taking away the day-night cycle from Gen 2 going into 3 is giving... We're only gonna have customization in Kalos. It's only Gen 6. That is such a frustrating Game Freak thing. That is so them. Hey, you know this feature that you really liked in this generation? Well, guess what? It's not coming back. Oh, okay. Yeah, in Gold, Silver, Crystal, you had Ladybug and Spinnerack and tons of things were around the day-night cycle. Which, if you're gonna have it, that should be in every game. Yeah, nighttime in Gen 2 looks... Oh man, how did they knock it out of the park and then have Oraz look way too dark at night? I was kind of blown away by that, chat. When we just played through Oraz, and since my, you know, it's nighttime, so Oraz was always at night for me. Or Mega Ruby, I should say. It's like, wow, this is just way too dark. What? Yeah, all the things GameStop has done to gut anything good they ever had like that should be studied. The nighttime music in Sun and Moon is really nice. I think they did a good job with that. The nighttime music in PLA is really nice too. Imagine having a little bit of atmosphere in your Pokemon games. That would be crazy. That would be insane. PLA burns you out hard. What was it about the game that tired you out? I mean, I get it. I think I had this conversation with Tyler the other day, and I said, like, I think it's telling that you and I, whenever we duo shiny hunt, we never want to do PLA. We never want to do PLA. The gatekeeping behind research stars is so bad. A lot of people have complained about completing the decks in PLA recently. Which I find interesting. Like, right after PLZA was announced, I actually feel like I've seen more pushback against PLA than I ever had before. Because when the game came out, it was like all praise, all positivity. It's just kind of interesting to see. I mean, it's still a game that I feel like people have received quite well. Like, I saw a Lutu tweet that was like, take the blue pill or the red pill. And the blue pill was PLA, and every other Pokemon game on the Switch, including like New Snap, was red. And he was like, would anybody else take the blue pill? And I'm like, no, wouldn't. Yeah, it was good, Midnight. Yeah, the battle system. Yeah, it's making... it's coming off like I don't like PLA, which is not the case. It's a very interesting game. I do think it is funny, though, that It's even happening in chat right now. People blow so much smoke up PLA's ass just for being slightly different. People were so surprised that it is actually kind of different, that it gets praised just for that. I want to know how much of PLA style and battle system they're going to retain for PLZA. I think we're in the time period, chat. I've seen a lot of bogus PLZA. Somebody tried to pass off some screenshots the other day. I think we're starting to get into peak. People are going to start making fake leak territory. So be careful out there, chat. Make sure you take all of that stuff with a grain of salt. Don't get deceived. Be skeptical of all of that stuff. Especially, like, in-game screenshots. Hello. You really think people would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? I saw that tweet earlier, Justin. Wow, that sounds like a Dandori issue. I like that they have the Olmar and Louis plushies, too. Good stuff. Invent a PLZA fake mon? I want them to do something with Furfrou. Either a Mega Evolution or some new haircuts. I don't know why Furfrou was the one that came to my mind first. A Baguette Vanillite? What if ice cream was bread? What if bread? I think I saw there was a 4chan leak that was like, the starters are going to be Chespin, Froakie, and Fennekin. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I almost think it should be, because back in X and Y, they almost kind of get trumped by Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur having Mega Evolutions. Yeah, that's funny. Tyler was reading it to me and he was like, this didn't wow me, so it could be believable. Ice cream sandwich, top tier dessert. This is very true. I love the chip witches are really good, and so are the M&M ones. So yeah, people are definitely coming out with quote-unquote leaks right now. It's probably just because people are bored. It's summer. So what better time to just lie on the internet? What else is going on? Nothing. Back squat. I enjoy leak season if it's like real. But all the fake stuff, I don't know. We've gotten some great fake leaks in the past, but I think fake leaks peaked with the Silhouette Koro Koro era. When that came to an end, they just weren't as fun anymore. Legend ZA is behind schedule and won't release until August 2025. I definitely don't think it's going to be early next year. I have no idea if it's actually behind or not. I don't know how somebody would know that. That seems like a very specific thing that only core devs would know. You think they do that again with the Cyrene? What was her name? You think they would do Cyrus evil, ancestor good with Lysander? I feel like they wouldn't repeat that again. Although it's Pokemon, they repeat a lot of weird things, so. I fucking love this Terraria song. This is my favorite song from Terraria. They popped off when they made Jungle. Yeah, I mean, we don't actually have a release date yet, so who knows? I still stand by that it's going to be a Switch 2 title. Opal is the old lady fairy gym leader from Gen 8 who adopts Bede. I want her she has an ancestor in PLA. It's the pretty lady that is connected to the dead Arcanine. If you asked me to tell you her name, I would come up short. I guess I don't remember. I just remember what she looks like. Fairy grandma. My favorite gym leader from Sword and Shield is Kabu. Seeing Kabu get paired with Larry so much lately is funny. It is interesting to me, chat. Something I've noticed, especially very recently with the anime. Horizons has been featuring all of the characters, all the gym leaders in Elite Four, way more than I feel like they've done in many, many generations. Like, it took Kabu until a generation after for, like, any attention. I don't even think a lot of the gym leaders in Gen 8 showed up. It feels like, they're putting way more of a spotlight on, like, Rika and Larry and Katie.
Welcome back.
The struggle with the 37 months. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $20, $30, $31, $32, $33, $34, $35, $36, $37. Boom! Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Ghibli. But, like, when's the last time Elite Four members were prominently featured in the anime and, like, getting merchandise and big things and, like, Pokemon Masters crossover appeal, you know what I mean? Did Melanie ever show up? That's a good question. I don't know if her or Gordy ever showed up. Canada Day? When's Canada Day? I don't know about the 4th of July. It's Monday, so it's a few days shy of the 4th of July. That's funny. Huh. Many a Independence Day draws close. I think the preview for the new episode, all the kids face off against... Like, I think Liko is fighting Grusha. I don't remember who the other two kids were fighting, but they were all, like, fighting gym leaders or Elite Four people, and I'm like, I just can't remember them ever doing this for many gym leaders very recently. Zamboni. Zamboni is the thing they use in hockey, right? That's the thing that, like, goes over the ice. I saw the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup the other night over the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, Alistair was in, what was it, Twilight Wings? Global cricket competition. Cricket is one of those things that is humongously popular, but not in America, so I don't know anything about cricket. The Olympics are coming up soon, right? I keep seeing press about that track and field guy that brought out, like, Blue Eyes and Exodia. You, Edmonton. When he won, he pulled out, like, blue, or before the race, he pulled out, like, a Blue Eyes White Dragon card. I think they're having trials right now. Like, Katie Ledecky, I saw her trending the other day. I think they're doing all those trials to get in now. Cricket is very Australian. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you the origin of... I know so little about cricket. It's always fun to watch the swimmers. Remember watching Michael Phelps, of course, and Katie Ledecky is insanely good. Ad poisoned. It feels like everything is ad poison these days. Katie Latecky's a month older than you. I think with swimmers, I wouldn't feel too bad to struggle because have you seen the way those people are built? That is a purely genetic thing. You have to have the biggest, widest shoulders and the largest wingspan. I don't think swimming is something, like, you have to be built for that. Those people are built like something else. Broad shoulders, very long arms. The one that always, like, I can't, the divers always are crazy to me. How does one get involved with jumping off a really high diving board? Like Goku, they really are. Those people really are built in like a certain way. You could probably say the same thing about all the weightlifters, and genetics is very important with a lot of that stuff. They truly do be built differently. Gymnastics are the same way. Like, all those women are petite, but built like a truck. Gymnastics, I think, is the exact same way. 2888. Yeah, curling might be one of those things you could get away with no matter how you're built. That's more of like a mental skill. Not saying it doesn't take strength, but you gotta like calculate in your head how hard you want to throw the stone. I have to think about what they're not pucks. Yeah, definitely a mental thing. Do they still have ping pong in the Olympics? Table tennis? Yeah, how much to sweep? Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep. Your skip. Is that the position? A skip? I always liked watching speed skating. Was my favorite thing to watch in the Winter Olympics. I remember watching Apollo Ono. That's the team captain. I love silly, like, position names like that. Skip. Skip. Archery's a neat one. That would probably be the one I wish I could do the most. Be neat to have, like, deadly accuracy. I've never shot a bow and an arrow, but I probably wouldn't be very good at it. The weightlifting competitions, yeah. Yeah, things like shot put as well. What's the most boring Olympic sport to watch? What's the one with the horses? Whatever that one's called. I've never liked anything to do with horses or racing or anything like that. Did that count? I don't know if I hit the button. I don't know, anytime animals are involved, it's always kind of questionable. And then you have Eggman riding on a horse, a realistic horse, in Sonic and Mario in the Olympic Games. Tiddlywinks. Is it dressage? Dressage? Yes, that one. Dressage. Didn't they add a bunch? Did they add skateboarding? Skateboarding always makes me think of an extremely goofy movie. Where's Bradley Uppercrust the Third? I need to see Bradley Uppercrust the Third out there shredding. Good night, Dragon. Have a good one. Will do. I don't know if this is like an incorrect thing to think, but dressage, all that, like, all the horse sports, it just seems like it's all rich people. Like, if you're like a horse girl, that means you're wealthy. It seems like it would cost a lot of money to have a horse and then take lessons. You would have to have a whole setup. It seems like something only wealthy people can compete in. Show jumping is insanely expensive. Yeah, it certainly seems like it would be. Like, anyone can do track and field. Like, you maybe aren't going to be that great at it, but you could do it. I did track and field as a kid. What's the sport where you take your big stick and you jump over the pole? Long pole vaulting? Pole vaulting. That seems very tough. Yeah, it is fun to watch though. Pole vaulting seems super tough. Only disappointed in yourself if you lose. So no, like, team sports. The one guy that pole vaulted and landed back on his pole. Oh no. Jumping over. You had a pole vault in school, Tyler? What? Yeah, Canada is crazy. What? We had like a gymnastics beam in elementary school, but it's not like we were supposed to be like Simone Biles up there. Did anyone ever have to climb the rope in school? That's in so many Disney sitcoms of like climbing the rope. And I never remember that. I want to say there was a rope in my elementary school gym, but it was not part of the curriculum. People would just fuck around on it. Yeah, we had the pacer. That's called the pacer test, or at least that's what it was called for us. There's literally a Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode where Maddie has to, in her, like, Catholic school, she has to climb the rope to pass the test. And I remember being like, how would normal people do this? This seems like something you'd have to train for. We had the little scooters that you'd run over your fingers. Also, 2900. Those little scooter boards were dangerous, man. It's all fun and games until you run over your little child fingers. Dodgeball. I think I hated, I dreaded anything like that because it was social. Red Rover. What's That sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place what it is. Wizard? I want to play Wizard. That sounds cool. I think Mr. Papa is American, yes. They have to run through your arms. That does not strike any memories. Did you guys ever play 7-Up a lot in school? I remember that in like 1st grade. Heads up, 7-Up. And you had to put your head down and the lights would go off and I'd always try to cheat. Oh man. We also had the big rainbow, like, parachute thingamajig that we'd all get under, which was fun. That was what you did on your last period of the day, and the teacher's like, whatever, it's summer vacation in 15 minutes. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. The rainbow parachute was the best. I can picture my elementary school gym and my high school gym, but I can't picture it in middle school. But I can picture a weird dream I had about it once. That's so weird how your brain works. I dream about a lot of real-world places I've been, but they're just not quite right. They're either way too big, or things aren't in the right place. All the gyms you had were the same, just a rectangle. Yeah, the glossy wooden floors, bleachers. Dream a lot about places you lived in, schools you used to go to. So do I. I dream about missing the bus a lot. I don't know what that means. Dream experts, let me know. Yeah, my gym in high school, they put like $1 million. They just renovated it. They just renovated the football field too. Being in the wrong uniform. I'll tell you one thing I always dream about, chat, that always makes me sad. I dream time and time again that I'm in like a thrift shop or I've even dreamed I've been in like Japan before, even though I've never been there, and it's just vaguely Japanish, but not really. And I find some like cool ass Pokemon shit. And I'm like, oh my god. And then, of course, you know, it's not real. I've dreamed about some neat thrift stores too, like multi-leveled, kind of musty, like library-esque. Remember one time I found like a shiny Ditto card, which there's no real-world equivalent to that. It was a totally made-up thing my brain was doing. I don't often dream about... I feel like I make people up. I dream about like a... just randoms. Like, I'll have friends in the dream, but they're not real people. You dream of plushies that aren't real, relatable. A lot of the dreams I have like big liminal spaces in them. Like I'll dream about... I had a friend that had a big house. So I'll dream about her house, but it'll be huge and have like secret... There's always like secret rooms. There's always like big secret rooms. I'm obsessed with, like, exploring, I guess. I want to go on an adventure. That and missing the bus. That and constantly missing the bus. I remember I had a dream where I had like, which is funny because we never used the lockers in school. That's another like Disney Channel thing. There were lockers in my schools, but nobody ever used them. And so I had a dream, like, that I had a bunch of Pokemon stuff in my locker, and it was the end of the school year, and I had to clean it out, and I, like, couldn't carry everything, and I was scared I was gonna lose it. Where'd you put your coat in your bag? You carry that shit with you. Nobody used the lockers. We had a little locker where we had to bring our own locks for, like, changing into gym clothes in high school. But that's the only little locker I ever had. And that was just temporary. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense for you Canadians, because you have to come in wearing, like, 5 coats and big mittens and big hats. Kept milk in his locker? Now that sounds straight up like a decom thing. You have the stereotypical, like, Pigpen character. Who keeps milk in a locker? What? That's unhinged behavior. Lockers are not refrigerators. Dairy has to be refrigerated. Their lockers. Yeah, exactly. It was just like there wasn't enough time. I remember we were assigned lockers in high school, but like it had nothing to do with what our actual class schedule was. So your locker could be like a mile away. And so that would just make you late. Yeah. Same. And then for like juniors and seniors, people started just driving. You could just leave all that shit in your car. Carried everything in your backpack. Yeah, I mean, we did the same thing. I don't miss going to school, but sometimes I miss, like, I've already seen ads for, like, school supplies. Sometimes I just like looking at, like, all the backpacks and the stuff, and it's funny to see all the, like, relevant kids' properties. Some of which are still relevant from when I was a child, which is pretty funny. I wonder if they'll have, like, Five Nights at Freddy's. They had, like, Minecraft. They always have Minecraft, Sonic, Pokemon. Pokemon stuff literally looks the same, too. It's that same stock Pikachu art that's just been around for 2 decades. Man, imagine buying your kid a Poppy Playtime backpack. That's so funny. You had a SpongeBob karate backpack? Which is really funny because I feel like you don't remember SpongeBob nearly as well as I do. I saw a TikTok that made me think the other day about how SpongeBob has been like a part of our lives. I guess I should speak for like millennials. And I guess Zoomers. In like almost every day since it like came out. Like SpongeBob has just never left the cultural zeitgeist. And that's crazy. It continues to still be relevant to this day. I mean, I'd argue Pokemon is still quite relevant. It's had some lulls and some peaks, like when Pogo first came out. But it's a pretty consistently relevant brand. Way more relevant than its contemporaries in, like, Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon might as well be dead in a ditch right now with Bandai. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just perpetually spinning its nostalgia wheels. Hey, you guys remember Blue Eyes, right? Guess what? New Blue Eyes support! Yeah, Pokemon merch continues to be super relevant too. Squishmallows, Funkos. Jazzware seems to be doing well with their Pokemon figures. Like, I've even noticed, like, Pokemon stuff, like Pikachu shirts and, like, the little girls section for, like, clothes. It's just always been a strong, relatively inoffensive powerhouse brand. Yeah, like, I would have killed for that stuff when I was a kid. All the Pokemon shirts I had as a little kid were boys' shirts. Because they didn't make shirts like that for girls back then. I'm sure the Pokemon Center is bringing in many, many, many millions of dollars as well. Oh yeah, they announced Stellar Crown. I think the Pokemon TCG is super stale at the moment. Also, quite funny that Terapagos is a headliner, yet the card in the ETB is a Noctowl. Yeah, all the media analysts that were like, Pokemon is just a fad. It's just a fad. Satanic. I don't know. Maybe I'll be interested in that Team Rocket set that they trademarked, but for now, I don't know. Pokemon cards are really not interesting to me at the moment. The Jigglypuff one, yup. Yeah, I've played Poke Rogue before. Poke Rogue is fun, but it has a lot of difficulty walls that I find annoying. I was doing endless mode and I made it to floor 500 and Eternatus is Eternabeam. It's just bullshit. So I wiped there and I haven't gone back since. I've tried all the Pokemon web browser based things. Poke Clicker I had fun with for a while. Poke Doku I did for a while. What's next? It's funny. I have two. So I haven't streamed this week because I took pieces out of my old computer thinking my new build would be ready, and was having problems with the CPU. I just have.
Wonderful.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's like thundering out. Redwing with the 41 months. The tier 3. The big tier 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. Oh, booper limit reached. What's up, Redwing? Thanks for the 41 months. I appreciate it.
But haven't even started on the other one.
All right, Darkrai. Darkrai was just sitting here patiently waiting. Darkrai was... And he's not even shiny. He's not even shiny. Okay. He wasn't even shiny. What a joker. Showdown, oh yeah, Pokemon Showdown. All web browser based Pokemon things. They're fun. Poke Rogue you can really spend a lot of time on. They had a Pride event with a bunch of like Pride colored shinies and I never found any though. Sad. Yeah, I basically had to reassemble my old computer and put the capture card back in, so. Yeehaw, I love when things don't work. Troubleshooting technology stuff is so miserable too. Because oftentimes you look up a specific problem and some people have it, but it's not quite the same, so it's not applicable. Or it's from like 13 years ago. You finally find a thread and you're like, oh boy. And then you see that it's from like 12 years ago and it's like, oh, this is not... Oh, this is not. 2929, chat. I'm getting real close to shaman number. We're getting real close. Alright, 2930. Again, I got shaman at 2959, so... Oh boy. Gonna be hard to beat shaman's number. I feel like that was a really good one. Is it even supposed to rain tonight? Why am I hearing thunder? Ooh, that was loud. A storm approaches. I don't know if my microphone picked that up, but that was loud. Oh yeah, they added Palmo, Palmot, Poltergeist, Sinistra, and Finizen plushies to the Pokemon Center. All the Ogre Pawns are really cute. I wouldn't mind picking up Wellspring at some point. Why'd they make the fire... What is it called? Hearth Flame? Why'd they make that one frowny? It's angry because fire? Oh my gosh, there's a gnat flying around. Go away! Yeah, she's got a big happy face for Wellspring, but Wellspring's mask doesn't look like that. You got the 2007 Nice Galaxy. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Sonic X Shadow Generations. But if this stage is in there, I will listen to the remixes. I love Final Chase. We're almost at 3,000. Been to the year 3000. Not much just changed, but we live underwater. I would say that's quite a change, Jonas Brothers. I would say if everyone lived underwater, if Waterworld was real, that would be a big change. Do you know the Jonas Brothers have their own restaurant chain? You're gonna go see the Jonas Brothers in concert? Hell yeah. I watched a video of somebody eating at a bunch of celebrity restaurants in Vegas, and they have a chain. That's cool. What does the fourth Jonas brother do? There's a fourth one, right? They had a Disney Channel show, but I never watched it. I was too old at that point. Yeah, Frankie. I feel like Frankie is like a perpetual like kid's name. If you're a grown-ass man named Frankie, you're like a mob boss. Hey, that's Frankie. Interesting. So he also sings. I thought they all like split up. And then Nick had like a solo career. And now they're back together? Question mark. Who was your favorite Jonas Brother chat? Were you more of a team Joe or a team Nick? I'm not even gonna put Kevin in the conversation. Nobody liked Kevin. Nobody was team Kevin. I don't know if they brought back that like guy that just churns out generic slop music for the soundtrack for the third Sonic movie. I have no hope. I was more partial to Joe myself. But didn't he have like a nasty divorce? Didn't he just go through a nasty divorce with Game of Thrones lady or something? The show only lasted 1 year. What was even the premise of it? They were the best in Camp Rock. It should have just, it started and ended with Camp Rock. Camp Rock! I'll probably get to 3K. What was the best Disney Channel show, chat? I've been watching a few retrospectives of old Disney Channel shows that I watched. And it's funny, because in one of them he brings up how kind of bad Hannah Montana was. And I've been trying to think ever since he said that of any quotable lines from Hannah Montana, and I cannot think of any. I was like, oh shit. You might be right. I think my favorite fact about Hannah Montana is, Hannah's brother was played by a guy in his 30s, even though he was a teenager. Jackson. Her brother's name was Jackson, right? And the actor was just like 34. Playing a teenager. That stuff is so funny. A 30-year-old teenager. Austin and Ally are, that's stuff that's past my time. I remember Hannah Montana, Sweet Life. Although I remember I remember when Sweet Life on Deck came out, I was like, that looks dumb. I remember Wizards of Waverly Place a little bit. Life with Derek. Where the two leads had maybe a little too much chemistry, even though they were step-siblings. That one clip where he goes, step brother. Crazy. Yeah, That's So Raven, I remember. Cory in the House, vaguely. Cory, I feel like I remember Cory in the House more from like memes. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Oh, I loved Phil of the Future. Phil of the Future. That's because Phil and, Allie and AJ Lady had good chemistry. I don't even remember the Sweet Life movie. The Sweet Life got less charming the older the Sprouse twins got. Because when they're little kids, it's like, haha, funny twin boys causing a little bit of mischief in the hotel. And then when they're like almost adults, it's a lot less charming. And the Sweet Life on Deck just seemed bad. Like, I'll believe two boys live in a hotel room with their mom and who sings and works for the hotel, but you're trying to get me on board with the fact that they live on a cruise ship? In that whole, during the whole, like, show, London and Maddie were clearly many years older than Zach and Cody, and yet London goes to class with the twins in the Sweet Life on Deck, even though she's like a grown-ass adult. And I get that it's supposed to be like she's dumb, she gets held back, but it's still, like, bizarre. I think they had a crossover with that, too, with, Hannah Montana and Wizards, and Selena and Miley don't like each other, so they, like, didn't even interact. Which is really funny. So Hannah Montana's in the crossover for, like, one scene. I want to say the original one is like that, too. I feel like Nickelodeon shows were just a little bit stronger. Like, I have very fond memories of, like, Ned's Declassified, Drake and Josh. Animated shows, too, honestly. SpongeBob, like I discussed earlier, is still a Titan franchise. Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the best shows ever made. Like, I liked Kim Possible and American Dragon Jake Long, but those did not hold a candle. Those did not hold a candle to Danny Phantom, too. Oh my god. The guy that just... The guy that voiced Vlad passed away, like, yesterday. Rest in peace, King. I guess Cartoon Network also existed at that time. Like, I know I've seen Courage and Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls. I don't remember them as much as I remember, like, Nickelodeon and Disney stuff. Alright, 29.49. 10 more and I'll hit Shaman. So 10 more and I'm gonna hit Shaman. Why did my playlist stop? Thank you. If I also got Darkrai on 29.59, people would think I was cheating. I don't want that to happen, actually. Yeah, see, I never watched Toonami. I did not care for Dragon Ball growing up, so that's probably why. Do they still hate each other to this day? I don't know. I do not know. Selena was in an episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody as a little girl. She was like Cody's love interest. I think David Henry was in That's So Raven too, now that I think about it. Don't like the art and color scheme for what? Yeah, I never watched any of those live action shows on Cartoon Network. I definitely remember, like, a lot of them, people talking about that, but I never watched any. I've never seen the That's So Raven continuation reboot, question mark? I've never seen the iCarly one either. Honestly, the iCarly one is tainted. I've no desire in watching that. Sam not being there is just... there's something tainted about it. Also, it's weird seeing facial hair on Nathan Kress. I think Nathan Kress was in an episode of Wizards of Waverly Place. Or is that Zack and Cody? I can't remember. Yeah, weren't they about to reveal Carly's mom? I personally have, like, very little interest in all those, like, reboot-esque shows. Because it's always the same. This character has a kid now. Yawn. I sleep. Here's the character you know and love, but they have their own little bratty kids now. Yay. I don't think they're not allowed to say fucking any of those shows. I think the That's So Raven sequel thing is still aired on Disney Channel. In fact, I want to say I saw where it has more episodes than the original series. Wizards of Waverly Place is getting rebooted, I think I saw. Which, that makes sense. Like, that's literally the last one they have an option to do, I feel like. Zack and Cody is never gonna happen. Drake and Josh will never happen. Lizzie McGuire one fell through. That's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, I forgot about Zoe 101's sequel. That was like terrible. I'm thinking, I know I missed one. Zoe 102. Ugh. And like half the cast isn't back because it was a Dan Schneider production, and so half of the cast got bullied and didn't want to come back. Mistreated. Sam and Cat was past my time. I never really watched a lot of Victorious or Sam and Cat. I remember thinking that Cat's, the character, Ariana's character was annoying. The funniest thing to review, though, to go back and watch those old shows or watch retrospectives of those shows, are the jump to HD and how weird everything looks when the shows go HD. Of the 2000 casting famous singers, money. Disney and Nickelodeon were looking for starlets that would make them a lot of money. Or I guess with just stars in general. They were usually women, but Jonas Brothers count. They tried with the Naked Brothers band. Yeah, you go back and you watch a lot of those shows, and most of the time one of the characters on the casts, on the main cast, their characteristic is just stupid. Like Max from Wizards of Waverly Place. Justin's smart and Alex is clever. Max is just stupid. And so when the show ends, of course he doesn't get wizard powers. Because he barely got any plot relevance at all. That's why Wizards was made, because of Selena Gomez. Disney knew that she was gonna be a big star. Apparently the creator of Wizards of Waverly Place got pissed at Disney mandates because they wanted to have many episodes where Selena sang. Which is funny. Imagine you're a showrunner and the Disney execs are like, you gotta write several episodes where the character sings a song. So kids remember that she sings. They even tried to push Ashley Tisdale. She was like a... Happened to her a lot, too. That reminds me of a tweet I saw literally today that was like Zac Efron improvised all the choreography with Bet on it in High School Musical 2. What a king. That's my goat right there. They didn't know what they were gonna do, so he just danced around a golf course. Oh, I passed the shaman number. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright. Gonna be hard to beat shaman. It'll be up to Arceus. It will be up to Arceus. Oh no. This is an automatically generated email from Nintendo for customers who have a Nintendo Switch Online. No! They're gonna make me pay again. I don't wanna. How old is Zac Efron? I have no idea. I have no idea. He's 36. Sounds about right. $29.64. I don't know if I can make it to 3K, chat. I'm falling asleep over here. We'll do a few more. But I did surpass Shaman, so... there's that. This is Back to Back from Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush's soundtrack is goated. Begging email. I know. I need to unsubscribe from a whole bunch of them. I'm getting sick of them. This is the perfect Darkrai song. Taking up here that I be with. Already thinking about Christmas? Stores are already selling Halloween stuff, so it probably won't be that far behind. Alright, let's get to 2969. I feel like that's a good one. Get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Yeah. Also, I'm hungry. I need to get a snack. Oh boy, 3 a.m. I'm pumpkin in the alley. I think, need one more day? No, this is the last day of June. Since this is the last day of Pride, tonight I'll try to see if I can find Toucanon, Shiny, and Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet. I just naturally say both versions. You guys know what I mean. I meant to do it earlier, but Scarlet and Violet is kind of hard on my tinnitus in my hand, so... Yeah, no more prize. Hard lock on July 1st. Alright, 2969. Also, GDQ is tomorrow, so yay! Something to watch. Hopefully I'll be able to spawn it, chat. I am a little bit, like, nervous. I'm gonna be like, let's shiny hunt Toucanon, and then it doesn't show up. So... let's see if it's there right now. I'm not gonna shiny hunt it right now. I just... Man, I don't think I put Scarlet... I haven't played Scarlet in, like, a month, chat. It's been kind of nice. I'll be honest. Not only just because it's kind of rough on my hand because I have to constantly use the stick with my left thumb. But it's good to take breaks. If you're a big shiny hunter, chat, I cannot stress enough. Take breaks. This should be fun. Don't drive yourself insane doing this. Oh man. I was doing the Lotad event. LOL. There's Wooper. Beats fighting with my foes all the time. Oh, the Trumbeak. Trumbeak is there. That doesn't count. I'm actually gonna fly over here and get ready. I should also get rid of this old event. I don't need to get Horsey and Lotad anymore. I'm good. I have to remember how to play this game. That downloadable content thing, that ad in the main menu of your fucking video game will never not make me upset, chat. Look at that. Dreadful. They just vanish and don't get replaced. That's so funny. Yeah, this is some EA shit. Like, this is really dreadful. just an ad. It's like, I bought it too. So why is it still here? This UI is dog shit. Complete dog shit. All of my hate. Just terrible. Well, chat, tomorrow we'll see if we can find Toucanon. But until then, I've surpassed Shaman with Darkrai. Hopefully it doesn't, I had to just have a little rant about Scarlet at the end there, you know. You know how it is. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, chat. I appreciate it. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. Check out the Discord, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, thanks for your patience while I, you know, still build my PC. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, chat. Thanks for all the subs, all the resubs, all the follows. Appreciate it. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!